What's up, guys? This is Zach, and I am back with a brand new team to start off this new PBL season. Last season, I was the interim head coach of the Goldenrod City Gallades, but this season, I have my own team, the Secret Garden Hoopas. I'm really excited to have picked my own team and see what I can do with them. I have a lot of really fun working parts, but we're going to see how we do. So, without any further ado, we're going to get into the match against Greg. So Greg is just coming off of a win against Ian, a pretty big win for him, I think. And I'm coming off a loss against Nick. I didn't do so great my first week. So I'm going to start off with Yuxi here. I made Yuxi so that it can basically handle any start that Greg chooses, including this Rotom Wash. So I U-turn out. Me going first tells me he's not running his speedy Choice Specs Rotom Wash that he had before. This is more than likely a defensive Rotom Wash that's going to pivot just like my Yuxi did. So there's the Volt Switch on my Ferrothorn, and it's going to pivot out. So Ferrothorn here is not super scared of whatever comes out, except for this thing. I could have tried to play mind games, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to leave Ferrothorn out on a Chandelure. So I bring out Fat Joe, who has an Assault Vest on this week, so he can take special attacks, but Chandelure's special attack is so ridiculous, he doesn't take them very great. So just a regular old flamethrower does about 30%. I think it's exactly 33% for my Fat Joe here. And if you get the Fat Joe reference, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's okay. But I just go for a knockoff, and I don't know if it was a fantastic switch on Greg's part, since I was going to knock off the Chandelure or whatever came in. But I just go for a knockoff to see if it'll KO, and he actually lives on a sliver, and he starts recovering. And I immediately recognize that I'm not going to sit here and let him recover Calm Mind on me. So I'm going to go ahead and immediately switch into one of my answers for Reuniclus. Coming into this match, I was really scared of Reuniclus and Metagross. I think both of them could have caused me a lot of problems, especially Metagross. But Greg didn't bring Metagross, so I'm really happy about that. So Reuniclus is going to have a second recover, get back all the way up to full HP. My Lele's staring at him. Yuno is going to throw out a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to do about a little more than half, and he's going to Calm Mind. So after this Calm Mind, he's pretty confident he can live one more, and I figure since he's confident he can live one more, he's going to recover and try to keep doing this. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the nuke that I prepared for Metagross or for full HP Reuniclus. So I'm just going to go ahead and just press the button, send out the Z Shadow Ball, Never Ending Nightmare, which is a pretty crazy animation, especially coming from this cute little Tapu Lele. I didn't want to use the Never Ending Nightmare immediately in case he expected something fishy and switched out, so I just went for a regular Shadow Ball first, just to test things out. Worst case scenario is he Shadow Balled me back and I take about half, but he didn't, so we're good. And this Chandelure comes in, and at this point I think I've identified him as the Scarfer. There were two Pokemon on Greg's team that could have been his Scarfers. It was a Chandelure and a Rosalie. And he very well could have had two Scarfers, but I switch out to Yuxi and he Shadow Balls. So at this point I've identified that he is very likely Scarfed into Shadow Ball. So this is a perfect time to bring out my Megalopunny. I'm immune to his Shadow Ball, and if he truly is Scarfed, he's going to have to swap. And something's going to have to take a high jump kick from me, because he can't protect to cause crash damage on my high jump kick. So he's going to swap, just like I figured he would, and Yo Gamma Gamma comes out. So, poor Machoke. Or Machamp, sorry. Poor Machamp is all I have to say, because he comes into a Mega Lopunny, ready to go, and just one big high jump kick on top of this Machamp, and he's gone. He lasted about half a turn. The Mega Lopunny hits so hard, especially with high jump kicks. And with Scrappy, I can actually hit this Chandelure with a high jump kick as well. I know since he's Scarfed, the best thing he can do to me is a Fire Blast, and I live it unless it's a crit. He Fire Blasts me, lands it, it's not a crit, so I hit him back with a high jump kick and one-shot him. So that's two one-shots for Mega Lopunny in a row. And then he brings out Il Matador. So at this point, I'm thinking this may still be an offensive Roserade, so I'm just going to go ahead and return. Return would one-shot if it was offensive, but it was not. I can tell that it's full defense, full HP from that return. Still does a huge chunk of damage, but that's okay. He puts me to sleep, and at this point, I'm not trying to let Freethies go down too quickly, so I'm going to bring out Barney. Now that I know this isn't a very offensive set, Barney isn't too scared of it. Barney, the big purple dinosaur, comes out while this Roserade sets up Toxic Spikes. So Barney does have Defog, and I could get rid of these spikes at this point, but I feel that it's more worth it to just keep offensive pressure. He's only got 3 mons left. I don't really think the Toxic Spikes are going to be here for a long time if I keep up offensive pressure. I know he's going to swap, so I don't want to go for the Aerial Ace or the Earthquake. I'm going to go for that Stone Edge, and it actually crits. Which Stone Edge has a high chance to crit, but it's only like a 12% chance. So I had a higher chance of missing the Stone Edge than critting with it. I guess I just got really lucky. I'm not sure if the crit really mattered because I think 2 Stone Edges might have taken it out, and you can see I landed the second one, but catch up. Now Tyranitar is back out on this field. I know Tyranitar can really hurt Barney with a Stone Edge or anything of that nature, so I go out in the Fat Joe to intimidate him. Fat Joe was a perfect check to Tyranitar for me this week. The Tyranitar couldn't do a whole lot, so I intimidate him to drop his attack, and he Ice Punches, so it seems like he's not too confident in running that Stone Edge against my against my regular Aerodactyl. But Ice Punch probably does the damage he needs anyway. So now that he's intimidated, he's gonna have to swap out, and I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go straight for damage with a high jump kick. I could have gone for a knockoff to knock off his leftovers and stuff, but I figured it wasn't really all that worth it. With Sandstorm up, his leftovers, or Black Sludge, whatever he has, Black Sludge. With Sandstorm up, the Black Sludge isn't really making a difference. I'm just gonna go for damage. And at this point, Fat Joe gets KO'd. I'm okay with that. I lose my check, my hard check to his Tyranitar, but I have other things in the back that, with a Clean Switch, handle Tyranitar pretty easily. So at this point, he doesn't have a Levitator or a Flying Pokemon, so Barney comes back out and he just gets a free Earthquake. Greg can let this Roserade die to an Earthquake, or he can swap in his Tyranitar and take about half to an Earthquake if he were a set I was expecting. So he's just going to let this thing go and have Calamity the Tyranitar come in next turn to see what Tyranitar can do to this team. So right now I'm feeling good. I only have Crafty down. I have a good match going on for me. I've prepared well this time. I feel pretty good. So I'm going to Earthquake. He can Ice Punch me and see if he can one-shot me with Ice Punch like he did before, or he can Stone Edge. So you can see Earthquake does over half, so he dies next turn. So he's going to Ice Punch me, and I'm not sure if this is going to KO me. So I do that, I'm like, alright, I'm living, and then I froze. and the freeze was a little unfortunate, but I mean, it's Pokemon. I should be happy that I haven't missed the Stone Edge or a high jump kick. I'm not going to complain or anything. But that means Aerodactyl is going to go down. He's not going to pick up that final KO, but Yuno can come in. I know Yuno is faster. I don't expect him to be an Assault Vest, although he could be Assault Vested. I just kind of took the gamble, and I didn't think he would run back-to-back Assault Vest Tyranitar. So I'm just going to go ahead and Moonblast, and if he's not Assault Vest, this Moonblast really takes him down. Actually, it is possible that he was Assault Vest. He just doesn't have Sandstorm up, so he doesn't get the extra Special Defense boost. But regardless, Moonblast finished him off. Yuno gets 2 KOs. 3Cs gets 2 KOs, and Barney, the purple dinosaur, gets 2 KOs. So it ends 6-2, I believe, in total. And I'm really happy with my team's performance this time. I really didn't prep very well for Nick, and Nick really punished me for that. I should have given more effort that week, but you know, you live and you learn. I'm gonna give more effort into my prepping from now on, just to see if I can pull off some good wins. I'm really excited to use Tapu Lele and Mega Lopunny. They both hit really hard, and I just want to like nuke other teams with these Pokemon. So with that said, I'm 1-1 with a +2 differential, I think. And hopefully I can keep this train rolling. Next week I play Ian, so hopefully that match goes well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later.